I wasn't ready. Let
Now?
me get my Ludenberg voice.
All right, this is the June 14th meeting of the June 14th, 2022 meeting of the Sewer Commission. And it is 6:13, so we'll call the meeting to order. Dave, if you want to lead us in the pledge.
Yep, hold on. Would you like the flag?
One of our country.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag,
of the United States
United
of
States
America
of America,
and to the republic
Republic
for which it stands,
stands
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
Under
God,
God,
indivisible,
liberty,
with liberty
justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
All right, I'm John Reynolds, new chairman of the Sewer Commission. I'm going to read our usual statement about the Zoom meeting. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of the Sewer Commission is being recorded and will be able to be found on the Lunenburg Access YouTube channel after the meeting. The following information is also provided for members of the public that would like to participate in the meeting remotely. To participate remotely, please use the link to join the public meeting webinar found on the posted agenda, or from a telephone, dial the toll-free number 888-475-4499. Again, 888-475-4499, and enter the webinar ID number, which is 792-737-0353. Again, that number is 792-737-0353. If you have not registered with Zoom, you will be asked for your name and email. Note, no participant ID is needed. Just press pound when asked. I'll do a roll call to confirm that all members are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Dave McDonald,
Aye.
Mike Nault,
Aye.
and I for myself, and Brett Ramsden and Mike DeVakis are not here tonight. Staff, when I call your name, please answer in the affirmative. Barb Lefebvre.
Here.
And Jane, I think you're there too, right?
Here.
And we have two other people that are connected. And I just lost the names here, Barb.
Norb Albertson and Jamie Rowe.
Jamie Rowe, okay. Is there anyone else? Just, okay,
That is all I see.
okay. Public comment, any comment from the public? No, hearing none, any public? The Sewer Commission.
Mr. Chair, I just want to thank everybody for who participated in our candlelight visual that we held Friday night for crimes against victims. The shootings have to stop. So I just want to thank everybody who participated. I really want to thank Tom Alonso and Todd Dwyer, who stepped up and gave some nice speeches, as well as everybody on our committee. It was a great ceremony. And if anybody wants to see it, it's on PAC TV, channel 9 and channel 99. And that's with the music and everything. And it's also on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you.
Announcement. Was there any announcements?
I have just a couple, if you don't mind.
No, go for it.
Our new officers effective with this meeting. Welcome to John as the new chair. Brett is the vice chair, and Mike DeVakis is the clerk. And luckily, John showed up because our new other officers could not attend. And again,
Yeah.
thanks to Dave for serving as chair for the last couple years. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to current business. The first item is 711 Mass Ave condo project. It looks like we got the full-size plans, and the DPW director had a chance to review them to make sure all the comments were incorporated. And my understanding, Barb, from that letter is that Bill was satisfied that they were. Is
Yeah.
that correct? Okay. So that would leave it up to the sewer commission to vote to accept the large project application. So if someone wanted to make a motion and a second, and then we could have some discussion.
Mr. Chair, I put a motion that we accept the project plan reviews for 711 Mass Ave.
Okay. Want to second that, Mike?
I'll second the 7-Eleven.
Okay. Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions on it. I know we reviewed the part drawings. I personally don't have an issue, but the DPW director approved them and the engineers.
Yes, both Graves and Bill reviewed both the Graves review and Rob Oliver's past comments, and they had seemed to have, addressed every one of the issues in the new plan. So,
And this flows are going to Leominster.
yes,
Okay, and we have the capacity for that.
we do.
That's it. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Any further discussion?
Good.
Okay, well, I guess we should take a vote. Mike,
Aye.
Dave,
All right.
and I for myself.
Mr. Chair, if I could say, Jamie, it's good working with you on this one. This was yours, right, Jamie?
It was, and I really appreciate the review, and I really appreciate the opportunity to submit and get this approved in very quick turnaround. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you too. Thanks a lot for all your work on it.
So Jamie, when do you think the project will start?
Well, the next permit we're going to be getting is the Mass Highway curb cut permit, which we've applied for. So we're just waiting for comments from them. Once we receive them, I anticipate the project will be starting this fall.
Okay.
Yep.
Jamie, does Barbara have your contact information?
I believe so.
With the new, is this your new company, Haley Ward?
Haley Ward is the new company. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
All right.
Are you located in the same building, Jamie?
We are, so no differences whatsoever. Everybody's still there. We've actually hired 2 engineers. One started this Monday, one starting on June 20th. And 510 Mechanic Street in Leominster, same location. We also have an office in Maynard and an office in Chelmsford in Massachusetts.
Look at
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Fantastic. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you,
Thank
Jamie.
you, Jamie.
Bye-bye.
All right, the next item is the privilege fee for 17 Highland Street.
Yep.
You want to give us an update on that, Barbara?
Sure, this was a connection that's coming off of the extension that was originally done at 42 Highland. They finally decided that they did actually want to connect to sewer, so Bob Proctor had done the connection. So the privilege fee goes into effect because it had not previously been a bettered property. So you're signing off on the commitment that's sent to the assessors for permission to bill them and collect the monies. The amount is the 11,551.47.
Or 7.
Yeah,
You say that with some hesitancy.
well, I did it. It's a connection and that's our standard amount, but it was it wasn't an extension. So yes, the amount is the 11,551. If it had been an extension of its own, it would get the most recent betterment amount. So
Well,
It
it's a privilege fee, right?
it is a privilege fee.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it would be half, right?
If it was their own extension, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So no, the amount, it is a piece of paper commitment to the Board of Assessors for 11,551.47 for 17 Highland Street for the Larkins at that property. I will again need signatures to get you guys to come in and say hello in the office at your earliest convenience, if you would.
I got this, Bob.
Good, Mike, thank you.
Okay.
So after this is approved, we need to vote to assess it. I will send out the 30-day letter. They have 30 days to either pay it in full or let us know that they're going to put it on their tax bill. So that'll be the next step. once that's approved, once that's sent, if they do again, decide to not pay it, there'll be another document that is actually the one that's recorded at the registry. So,
Bob, is that a low E system up there on Highland Street? I'm trying to remember.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
Have they already done the connection, Barbara?
yes.
Oh, so they know about this. They know this is coming.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we need to vote tonight to
Approve.
assess the privilege fee.
Correct,
Mr.
please.
Chair, I put a motion that we approve the privilege fee assessment for 17 Highland Street.
I'll second 17 Highland.
Okay, any further discussion?
Don't know if you want to put the price on that motion. I'll be glad to include the price, Barb, if you want.
Sure, approve the privilege
Yeah.
fee assessment of 11,551.47.
Yes, I couldn't have said it any better. You got that, Jane? Thank you. Okay.
So is that an official amendment that we need to vote on?
You could, but it's the same amendment, just with a number.
Yeah. Can we amend the amendment?
You can amend the amendment on the floor, only between 3 and 6.
Just flashbacks, that's all.
Right. Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda is an update
We
regarding.
need to
Yeah, we
vote.
need to vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm moving too fast here.
Sorry.
Mike Knoll,
Aye.
Dave McDonald,
Aye.
and I for myself. So the motion passed.
Okay, thank you.
Next item is the Upland Eastern Ave White Maple Street Extension project.
Yep, the letters were sent out on the 1st. We've had 19 responses. And it's pretty tied. We've got 9 yeses and 10 nos. So it's
Okay.
tied at this moment, but there's still a lot left for people to.
How many was sent, Bob?
64.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Mike and I are available to go door to door if you want.
Yeah, we're good at this.
are the heavies. And Paula and I were also discussing too, that it didn't go in the letter, and we can do a little bit more discussion with maybe Wright Pierce, but that we could go to SRF funding to try to reduce the cost a little bit. So, there are options, may not be as high as 57.6 as the letter states, but there's ways we can try to work and get the price down.
That's great.
Good. Okay. The next meeting is June 28th. Are we going to do Zoom? I mean, what's everyone's preference at this point?
Mr. Chair, I'm going to follow your lead. So whatever you want to do is fine with me.
Okay. I mean, I guess I don't have a problem meeting at the town hall. I'd be reluctant to meet the highway department at this point in time. So I don't know. Should we just stick with the Zoom for a little while longer?
You know,
No, honestly, that would be my preference, but
Mr. Chair, look at your basement. That looks pretty big. We can have the meeting there. Again, we know, at least I know.
doesn't it
how
have to
you're-
be on official town property?
Well, the town could repossess it. Don't worry about it. I think I have to go with what you're doing. I know with your situation and your wife's, and I respect that. And I think the law, though, you might want to check with Heather when this law is going to change. I think the governor's going to stop it pretty soon.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Personally, I'm good with Zoom too. I'm fine with Zoom. It's just as long as we can do it, that's all.
Okay. All right. Well, for the June 28th, we'll stick with Zoom and we can just keep talking about it at every meeting.
Okay.
You know, why
The
excuse me,
cutoff for the governor is July 15th. So the next meeting is July 12th after the 28th. So it's another one that's within the time frame.
But he's a lame duck, so.
Bob, one question, or John, one question. Our meeting, is it for the 28th, you said?
Yes.
June 28th.
Just looking at 4th of July. It's not, okay, that's all right.
4th of July is a Monday.
I know, but try to do a long week. Okay. Damn.
Okay. Did everyone have a chance to read the minutes from May 31st?
Yes, nice job, Jane.
All three of us are eligible to vote. Mike, did you have a chance to?
I glanced them over quickly. I didn't go
Okay.
through, them, but they look fine to me, so.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the minutes from the May 31st meeting?
I'll motion to accept May 31st
Want a
minutes
sec-
done by Jane.
Second that.
And an aye for myself. Any discussion about those? No? All right. So,
Need to vote.
Mike,
Yeah.
what?
Nope, go for it.
Yeah, so let's vote. Mike,
Aye.
Dave,
No, I don't know. Yeah, no,
aye for myself. Okay, the minutes are accepted. Now, Barbara, you, in the email, you talked about changing the bond amount, CTE contract, but it's
Yes.
not on the agenda here.
It was in I was hoping it was in my business manager report section of the minutes or the agenda, sorry.
Okay, yeah,
When
it
we
is there.
posted it.
So-
Yeah, so it is there.
Okay,
I was hoping, at that point, I was thinking I was gonna tell you it was all set and it was in place and everybody was good, but yes, we did have a small change. The vendor was aware of it, I was aware of it, just didn't make it onto the contract, and I do apologize. So,
okay.
Mike, I will have a second document for you to sign if you come by our way.
Two, got it.
Okay. I guess since we might as well vote to, do we have an, does anyone want to, excuse me? Hold on just a second here.
did he leave?
Yeah, but he'll be right back.
Bob, did we lose him?
We don't have, oh, we did. He warned us.
Yeah, I guess he did.
We don't have a vice chair or a clerk that can fill in either. Oh, you don't have a quorum.
We have a quorum. He'll be back.
He'll be back. What happened?
We can just chit chat.
Should I stop the recording? I guess I can't. Well, it's not a quorum.
Doesn't matter. I can tell the town a joke. Joe just-
Oh, there he is. Hold on.
He's back.
Back. You're muted.
Yeah, my screen started.
There you go.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, that's,
We were talking about the CTE contract. Does someone want to make a motion to accept the change of the bond amount? And you can state the amount in the motion.
what was the amount, Bob?
Let me pull it out quick, sorry.
It's $85,443.44.
That's the amount of the contract.
Oh, yeah.
But the bond was,
Bond was like 42,000. Sorry, I should have had
42.
that. Yep. The change of the bond amount of 42,721.72.
what was the original?
Oh, you would ask. It was like section 4. It was 41
Yeah,
something.
I was gonna say, he only went up.
Yeah, it
bucks.
wasn't a lot.
No. Okay, Mr. Chair, I recommend that we approve the CTE contract with the increase on the bond of approximately $1,200 to bring it to $42,721.72.
Anyone want to
I'll
second that?
second-
Mike?
I'll
Okay.
second the 4,200, 721.22.
Okay, any further discussion?
No.
No, seeing none, let's take a vote. Mike,
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
And I for myself. It's motion approved.
All right.
Okay, Barbara, take it away.
All right, and just so you know, the prior amount was 41,053,02. So
Okay,
it's about a 1,700. All right. Well, Dave, you mentioned that you had gone to my first item was Il Forno. You went to the public hearing on that?
I saw it last night and I talked to Casey this morning. You want me to explain what I did real quick?
sure.
John, yep.
Alforno's went above the planning board last night to talk about the building that they're going to be building in the parking lot where the tent is. The tent itself is temporary. That was passed by the CARES Act 2 years ago, that restaurants can open up temporary spaces in their parking lot for outside seating. That has expired. In fact, I would recommend that our agent or Bob send a letter to the town manager requesting officially when that stops. Restaurants have to have a certain deadline for their temporary spaces. And I don't think that was extended except maybe in Lunenburg. But what they're doing is he's building a Butler building, which is just going to be a 4-foot foundation with a slab and a metal building, probably with glass in the front. He did not have the design of the building. He just had the space that's going to be put into the parking lot. My question would be, does this make it, if it's a permanent structure, does it change the seating requirements? Personally, I think it does. I mean, a temporary tent outside is not. It's almost, if you take a look at what we did over at the old Bootleggers, and when they made a function hall, it doesn't matter. It's the capacity of how many people fit into an establishment that is a freestanding building. So I called Casey and asked them if they submitted for a building permit, and they seem to have problems with the parking lot as far as the size, because that takes up a lot of space. I really want to help Alforno's, but they also have to follow all the guidelines, and Casey has not approved the plans yet, and in fact, there's no permits been issued yet. So that's still in the works, but I hope something gets worked out. But again, if they're building a building, it's a lot different from a tent, just so that everybody knows.
Right, and just looking at our narrow portion of it, what does that mean for the usage? So,
Well, whoever does the plumbing is going to have to calculate it. Now, it may require nothing, but it may require a external grease trap. So right now, I think the capacity is 135 people. But if you're building a 10,000 square foot space or 8,000, whatever it is, that can calculate pretty fast to go from 130 probably up to maybe 175. And if it goes to 175, I got a feeling it kicks in a different level of water and grease.
their existing grease trap, I know, is, if I remember correctly, is pretty substantial.
Yes,
Yeah, do they have an external grease trap, Bob?
yes,
they
they
do.
do.
Yeah, because that used to be a fish place, I think, if I remember right. Wasn't it, what was it? Mike, you would know, what was the name of that place before?
I wouldn't know.
Huh?
Captain's something.
I remember it being seafood, but
Cappies? Does that sound familiar?
Cappies, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So,
And
I believe
if I,
when Sean Patrick took it over, they did a whole renovation. Steve Marsden had designed the grease trap, and it was extra sized.
like I said, we're doing our jobs by checking it out, I guess.
and if I remember correctly too, they've got some internal grease traps.
Right.
Their tank always seemed to be pretty clean when it was pumped. Anyway. Go ahead, Barb.
Okay. Pump station tour, we are actually holding one tomorrow with Al Packard, Mike DeVakis, Brett, Bill, and Paula are all going to attend. If anybody wants to join, it's at 8:30 tomorrow morning, starting at the Dana Street Station. Al's just going to do two. He's going to do, basically the two different types, because they're all cookie cutter, basically, after the main ones in the lift station. So there'll be just two stops.
What time is the
Sounds like-
tour?
Sorry,
What time is the tour?
8:30.
The bus leaves at 8:15, I think.
Masks required, Barb?
It's your own choice.
Yeah.
Suggestion.
Should I Tell Al, pass a big thanks along to Al from Oswego. That was nice of him to do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Grease traps, we're good with external pump outs. Everybody's on schedule. The first Tuesday reports, we've got 3 people that have not turned in, but we pursued them or communicated today with them to try to get them to submit them. So that should be all set before the next meeting. Paula is going to be working on sending out the annual permit letters. And that's good. That should start the beginning of next month. And again, just as a reminder, we're just going to be billing the non-compliant accounts. So that's the new twist for FY23. And then you guys had to ask for new ID cards. I do have them. So if you come in for a signature or 2, you can get your new ID card.
Are they laminated this time?
No. I guess, no, they're not.
Did I get a new one too?
Yes, everybody got a new one.
Does this mean I'll be in the phone book too?
No, because there's no phone book. All right, and the last one I have is that the, just Michael Ray Jeffrey's request for collaboration from the boards and committees. Anytime that, there's something we want announced at a Board of Selectmen meeting, they will have a slot on their agenda for any input from the commission. So I sent you, I believe, that email.
You did.
And that was all I had.
Okay. Sounds good. Any action items? No. Let's see, we lost our public, right?
Yes.
So any public comment from the board?
Mr. Chair, you did a good job tonight. Congratulations. You've gone through your first meeting. On the agenda, I'm looking at meetings formats. Did we already talk about that? Was that what you wanted to do about in-person meetings?
Right. Zoom
Yeah,
versus.
yeah.
in-person.
So we deal on a meeting-to-meeting basis.
Okay. So congratulations, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much. Good job.
Good job, John.
Thank you both for serving. It wouldn't be the same without you guys.
So let's go door to door over on,
Yeah, I saw the results of that last time you guys did that. but-
yeah,
We'll get the band back together.
yeah, let's go door to door. At least most of those houses have front doors. I know that.
Deadline is the 17th, so you don't have to go yet. We'll when we're ready to do the second mailing, I'll let you know.
And one last question, Bob, are we close out on the budget now? We on our new budget as of now, June 1st?
No, July 1st is
July
our
1st.
fiscal year.
So we still looking good on those numbers on our old budget?
Yep. There hasn't been too much change since the one I provided before.
Good.
Actually, we just are getting some, trying to put a little fire under Al on things that he's been talking about getting done. So actually there are a couple projects going through as capital improvements. We've got the weld generator people have submitted some requests. One of them was a new water pump for one of the stations. And another one is an injection pump needed for the generators. And the third control panel that we've done 2 control panels to date. This is for the third. It is taking away the probes that are actually, if you go to the tour, I'm pretty sure Al's going to speak about it, but the probe technology is obsolete. He can't get replacements. So it's very much time that we need to swap out and do the new control panels. So anyway, so that I'll have a budget for you for next meeting, showing you our status as of the end of the fiscal year.
Okay. Mr. Chair, if I-
The probes you're talking about, are those the ones that measure the fluid level height?
Right, and they
Okay.
end up freezing, and they're
Right,
just-
right. Okay,
so he's happy with this new process, and he's had them in
okay.
2 other stations at this point, and it's working very well. So
Mr. Chair, if I could, maybe we can throw something in the agenda for our next meeting in regards to the plan that we have, the maintenance plan, maybe get the DPW director in on this one and see what his plans are. He'd be here for a month, so I'd really like to know where that money is gonna be going for fiscal year 2023.
No, I think that's a good idea, Dave. So Barbara, if you could make a note to have that on the next agenda.
So Bob, maybe tell the DPW director to take notes tomorrow on his tour, so he'll know what we're talking about.
All right.
Any other public comment? See, okay. We've already talked about the next two meetings, June 28th, July 12th, and those are going to be, well, at least the next one will be Zoom, regular Zoom, and then we can talk about the 12th at the next meeting. So, unless someone else has something else to say, I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hello?
I can
I'll make it-
stay here all
at
night.
6:41, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
And at 6:42, I second that motion.
And an aye for me, so motion.
You hear me?
Vote.
Yeah, Dave?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye. Good night, Lunenburg.
Aye for myself.
Go Celtics.
Damn.
Yeah, please.
Good night, guys.
Good
All
night.
right.
Good night, all.
Thank you. Bye.